Olympia is one of Washington's best kept secrets, but it won't stay that way for long. As the market starts to heat up, this beautiful and peaceful city is on the path to becoming more expensive in the future. We're going to show you why Olympia is the best place to invest before it's too late.
So you might be like me. I spent years kind of meandering around Olympia, driving through to my favorite fishing spots and never even considering why in the world somebody would live here until an opportunity for a job came up. And then we toured the city and I was like, holy smokes, this place is amazing. It's on the water. We're going to jump into all the reasons, but I can start jumping into all of them because I think it's really quite fantastic and I'm very glad that we live here.
So if you're like Joe and you haven't been to Olympia, don't worry, we've got you covered. We're going to share with you the top 5 reasons why we know Olympia is on the verge of something big.
Number 1, and once you visit, you're going to see this for sure. It is beautiful and it is clean. And when I mean beautiful, we are on the water and we have views of pretty much everything you would want to see, from Mount Rainier to Puget Sound to the Olympic Mountains. It is just picturesque here. And it is clean. I love how Olympia does have a focus. Not that we don't have some of the big city problems, but the focus is on really clean, nice neighborhoods, and they take care of the city and are working to take care of it even more so. And I love that about Olympia, and that's why I think it's gonna just keep getting better moving into the future.
In fact, last weekend we were in another city and we enjoyed ourselves there. It was fine, but when we got back to Olympia, we had like this, oh my gosh, I'm so glad I live here. It's just so nice. It just feels, let's say it feels like home because we live here, but it just feels peaceful. It just feels beautiful, and I don't know, you're gonna have to experience it because it's something different.
Yeah, it does. You just kind of get here and you're like, I could let my hair down if I had hair. Maybe you probably could. Which brings us to the second point, which is safe and peaceful. And I know I'm biased towards this, and you've heard me say this before, that I'm biased towards Olympia because I really like it. But I don't think that there's a bad neighborhood. I don't think there's a neighborhood that I'd be like a little nervous to go there. It's all of different price points. So you could be very bougie on the water, have a wonderful place, multi-million-dollar pad, and also you could live in some really fun communities and smaller homes that are just as nice, clean, comfortable, safe homes. And I love that about Olympia. It feels that way for sure.
Yeah, I do too. I mean, like Joe said, we do have problems that other cities have. We have homelessness. We're not going to just say that there's nothing at all and it's perfectly perfect all the time. But overall, when you go from another big city to our city, you're just going to feel like, wow, I'm just surrounded by beautiful, peaceful, and safe surroundings. And I know that you'll feel the difference once you're here.
And that leads us to the third thing. We are truly undervalued compared to other West Coast cities. Now, I get we're not Seattle. I get we're not Portland, but I can promise you this, we don't have to pay for it either. We are 40% cheaper than Seattle. And when I talk about that, that's significant because the quality of life that you're going to have, the more affordable homes that you're going to have, homes that you would maybe have views of the water or be close to amenities that are important to you, the outdoors, the hiking, the lakes, whatever it might be, they're all there. And it is at an affordable price, especially because when you consider so much as telecommuting or if you work from home naturally, this is very much a great place to set up shop.
Yeah, even if we compare it to our neighboring city, which is Tacoma, and if you're thinking about buying a home there, that's okay. We can help you in Tacoma as well. But the areas that are similar to what Olympia feels like would be Fircrest and University Place and some other areas on the north end of Tacoma. And if you compare the prices of homes in those areas that have a similar feel to what we have down here in Olympia, we are significantly lower and we're only a few minutes away from Tacoma. So it's really hard to grasp how much better we are and how much more affordable we are. But that's the reason why we feel like the prices are going to continue to go up, because the more people realize how great it is.
Yeah, they're going to want to be here. And it really is. I was just helping some clients that moved here from California and they bought a home in the Olympic High School area. And they literally were amazed. They're like, this is so nice. This is so affordable. I can't believe I'm this close to a top rated school in the state for the price point that I have at the house that they're moving into. They're absolutely delighted. So it's fun to see that happen. And they were telling me this without my solicitation. They just recognized it as they were experiencing and what they got to see. So definitely that's something to consider. If you're considering moving to the Northwest, we got the spot for you for sure.
That also leads us into the next one, which is we just have really great neighborhoods. I know we talked about that in one of our other points, but it all wraps in together because the peaceful atmosphere, the safety, the tranquility, and just the quality of the neighborhoods is fantastic. When you drive through Olympia, you're going to be driving through just beautiful neighborhoods. And not just Olympia, but the areas around it, Tumwater and Lacey. In fact, some of the master plan communities in Lacey are done so well that they're beautiful all the seasons because they've done a great job of planting beautiful hydrangeas and maple trees, and it's just a really beautiful place to drive around and be with your families. And there's not just one place you can land to have a beautiful neighborhood. They're all over the place here.
Some of them have beach access. Some of the communities are close to water because we have so much water around us. You look on a map, it's kind of like jetties, fingers that move out and spread out into the water. So there's so many opportunities at waterfront or beachfront communities, access communities. But regardless, you're going to be close to downtown or maybe some of the parks and also some other places like hikes to get to. So they're really just wonderful neighborhoods all across the Olympia, Tumwater, Lacey area.
The last reason why we believe Olympia is on the verge of something big is because of the location we're in, especially with how much people are telecommuting and working from home. Olympia is perfectly positioned between Seattle and Portland. And so if you need to get to an airport, you can go either direction. If you need to go to a big city, you can go either direction, but you're right on I-5. So you've got easy access to everywhere you want to go. And it's just really ideally located.
Yeah, and if you want to get away from all those people and work, you're ideally located to go on hikes in Puget Sound and lakes and Mount Rainier. Maybe you've heard of it, Mount St. Helens, just because you want to see some things blow up or what blew up, 50 years ago, 40 years ago. It has so many outdoors adventures for you to go on just within a couple hours reach, which is amazing. So if you're an outdoorsy person, and I want to say a little earthy, a little granola-ish, I think we probably fit into that category. You're going to love it because it has the best of both places and its convenient location between Seattle and Portland, as well as the outdoors.
So what does all that mean for you as a buyer or a seller? Well, as a buyer, I think it's time to get in on it before everybody else figures out that this is the best kept secret, because your property values are going to continue to go up significantly the more that people find out about the area.
The great thing is, if you're a seller, well done. You got in whenever you got in at a good time, because if you bought it within the last 20 years, you've done well. And you've done really well, and you would be able to leverage that equity into the next purchase. And we're more than happy to help you with that process and get you onto your next adventure. However, it is one of those places that we're always like, why would you leave? Why would you leave?
Right. Don't leave if you don't have to.
That's right.
But of course, if you do, we'd love to help you. And you can see our number right there on the bottom. Get in touch with us. And if you found this video to be helpful, like and subscribe and keep watching.